post-death boyfriends.
Post-death boyfriends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Robin's Nest.
Hi, I'm Robin.
This is Robin,
Yay!
and this week we're talking about love after loss.
And it is possible. It has to be. Because remember, life is a gift. And Mark had his gift and it's gone, but I still have mine.
What's the Cher song? Is that what it is? Do you believe in love? Oh, life after love.
Oh, yes.
Do you believe in
I
life
believe
after
in
love?
life after love too. You know, I just believe in having somebody. I think it's important and I just do. And if you don't have someone right now, you will. And maybe you don't want someone, but I think everyone does. That's my feeling.
Yeah, and I think we've talked a lot. We've talked pretty extensively about grief. We've talked about breakups, but I don't think we've talked about like moving on in that dating journey
Yeah.
with grief.
And you know what? I will tell you guys. So Emma was in this group after Mark died from Safe Harbor, which is our local, at Abington, our local hospital. And it was for kids who lost parents or siblings. And so I was in this group with parents. I'm still friends with all of them to this day. But so much, after so many years, our whole group was about dating.
And what was,
It was
so
like all
funny,
about dating.
what was so funny is you were the only one telling me that was going on. You were the only one telling me that you were dating because I was very alone in my group. I was the only kid who had a parent who was dating.
Well, that's what you
which
thought.
wasn't true.
Wasn't true. Ed dated from the get-go. 2 weeks out, he was dating.
You're not allowed to share that. This is an anonymous group.
Okay, I'm going to cover up the names. Joey started dating 2 weeks after his wife died in bed from drugs overdose, we think. She just didn't wake up. Both Joey and Jim's wife both died in bed, not knowing why, but I think they were both drugs.
Oh my God. And they both started dating immediately.
No, only Joey. And, you know, he has a girlfriend now. I will tell you this. Well, I hope they're not watching. But it's so funny because she's so jealous of our group. And she wanted us to come to all our groups. And we're like, no, this is for our participants only. And then we have social times where you could bring a date. And I told her, and I think she got mad at me or he got mad at me. I told her, look,
we don't want him.
If we wanted Joey, we'd already have had him. We don't want him. He's yours. And she doesn't know, probably went through 60 women before he got to her.
Now, when did you start dating after Dad died? This is a contentious point because we have different answers.
Well, it was at least 1 year.
It was 11 months.
I don't know. And you know, it doesn't even mean anything to me anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Heather, is that you? Heather does my hair sometimes, and she says the Heather on here is her. So Heather, if that's you, hi. Anyway, back to my dating.
So how'd you meet the first guy that you dated after Dad died?
Well, I'm in a lot of different groups, like hobbies, like community stuff. Is that a good way to put it?
They're asking. Robin's involved in politics. You're asking her on live about her political opinions, and you can.
And I'm not going to give them, but you can Google me. I mean, I was recorder of deeds for Bucks County, and that's not very political. I took care of the historic deed books and recording deeds, and I did a lot of good things, but it's not anything that's contentious or what's the word? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
It's just, it should be a manager's job. It shouldn't even be elected. And I was extremely good at it.
But anyways, you met this guy.
Yeah.
Doing politics.
Yeah, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, right. Yes, I met this guy. Someone said.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, give the exact address.
Yeah. 55 East Court Street, Doylestown, 18901. That is where the courthouse is. That is not my address. Anyway, you love my Chanel. Thank you. Am I wearing Chanel? I don't know.
Channel.
My channel. I thought it was Chanel. See how my mind goes straight to fashion. Another thing I'm good at. So anyway, I was in this group. I met all these people, you know, which is always good to have your own life in life because you don't know if your significant other's going to die. You don't know what's going to happen.
We do not know that.
And I didn't know that, but I had a lot of friends, a lot of activities, a job. I had the kids I had to deal with. I had a sick mother, and it all distracted me. So I met this guy, and he was older than me, and Emma and Sam didn't like him.
Classic.
I mean, he was very sweet. I still like him as a friend. He's very nice to me.
And that, I think, is like has been really the only contentious part of our mother-daughter relationship ever. Is like the fighting. We only fought over Robin dating.
Right. It wasn't Carrie King. Someone's asking me about Carrie King. That was pre-Mark.
No.
College.
No,
okay?
And this guy was not rich, and
no,
like you always
that was
said,
a problem. I really wanted someone with money, or at least someone who was financially stable.
And then we got
at that time. Then we got that.
Well, then we got that.
Boyfriend number two.
Was that brings us to boyfriend number 2.
Was rich and stable and creepy. I didn't realize he was creepy. Emma approved me going out with him.
So walk us through boyfriend number 2. So we break up with boyfriend with number 1. It's a
broke
saga
up with
on and
number
off.
1. I mean, Emma.
He asked you to be friends with benefits.
Yeah, he asked me to be friends with benefits, and I said no.
Recently?
No.
Oh, okay.
But when I was dating Bob,
he
asked me if I'd be friends with benefits. But Emma, he thinks Emma's the reason we broke up. I kind of let him believe that. So if his kids are on here,
everybody thinks Emma's the reason. You know what? I'm willing to take the fall because I wanted them to break up. So that's not wrong.
So she was happy. They were celebrating in the streets. And I don't even know how long I went out with them. It couldn't have been that long.
It was long enough. This is boyfriend number 1. It was long enough that I made Robin an online dating profile because I wanted her to see that there were better options out there.
Yeah.
And I catfished as my mom.
Yeah. And so that was pretty much fun, but I never went out with
them. We could have gone on catfish.
Yes, we could.
I could have really catfished these men as you.
Yeah, then they'd see it was you. That would be crazy.
So, anyways, boyfriend number 1 and Robin break up, and then we meet boyfriend number 2. Tell us the story about that.
So, I'm a runner, and at the time, I ran every day in my local park, and for a long time. And I had seen this man and his wife for a couple years. We're talking years here, not weeks or anything. And 2 little dogs. Well, then for another year, at least, I saw him alone with the dogs. Wife disappeared totally. Never saw the wife again.
He killed her.
I think that might have happened. Now that we know more about him, it's very suspicious. So anyway.
I was kidding.
Oh.
Who knows?
Who knows? So anyway, you know me, I say hi to everybody, which it can be a problem. Right?
Right.
It can be a problem.
And this was a problem.
So I said hi as I was running by.
But didn't you say more than hi? You said I'm a widow.
Oh, well, first I said I like the dogs because I do like the dogs. And then I probably did say, yeah, I may have stopped and talked to him a little bit and said I was a widow.
And handed a business card.
There's
always a business card. Always a business card.
So such a line, right? That's a theme.
Robin hands her business cards. That's her biggest move. That's the move.
And I had to make sure I do have business cards because Emma had to make them for me. Even when I lost my election, I had to have a business card.
We have
the cutest business card. Where is it?
It's the Rosenthal's business cards.
Can I go get it over there to show them?
That's okay. You can imagine. We have It's the Rosenthal's business cards
if
for our social media.
If you run into me anywhere in the streets, like I'll be in New York City,
she will give you a business card.
And you say, hi, Robin, I will give you one of these souvenir business cards.
She will give you a business card. So what? So you hand boyfriend 2 your business card. You get talking to him, and he's got money.
I don't know that out of the gate.
You saw his house, and you found out.
I didn't know the house either. We didn't know that. In the park?
But you did know for your birthday that year you wished for a rich old guy.
I did. I tend to get what I wish for. So I wished for an old rich guy. And then I meet this guy at the park who I'd seen for a few years.
Right.
Maybe 4. I don't even know. Who cares? So anyway, he calls me from my card at work and he asked me to go out. Well, I had to get his name and we had to look him up and kind of look at him a little and stuff. And then he really put the moves on me. Big time.
How old would you say is old? He was old.
He was
looked
10
like
years
he
older
could be
than
my
me.
grandfather.
He was 10 years older than me. We're not going to talk about age.
I'm just
Okay,
killing the
I'm
bug.
just saying that. Anyway, I went out with him, and Emma approved.
I did approve. He swept us off our feet.
And see how she says us.
Us. Because you know
It
what?
was me and Emma.
Because he put up this whole facade. He drove a Porsche. He made
and
us
a BMW.
and a BMW.
And some other cars. He
He-
had like 4 cars.
He made us homemade pizza. He had
Emma went on all the dates with me.
little tiny doggies.
And you know,
He
we're a
didn't-
sucker for dogs.
He didn't seem to hate me, and he also didn't seem to want to be involved in my life, which I appreciated. And that was a facade.
Someone wants to know how Mark passed. He had a heart attack. He dropped dead. Okay, so back to the boyfriend. I mean, how much do we have to go into it?
So then we moved.
Can't we just say
so
we
then
broke up?
So then we moved in with him.
Well, it wasn't that simple. The only reason we moved into this huge house was because I had sold my house and I had to get out.
Right.
It's a long story.
Long
that I
story.
could talk about it some other time.
But this guy had like 2 houses in one house.
And we could have one side and he could have the other side. I had my own room, my own bathroom, my own everything.
And Sam and I did too.
And we all did.
We all did. So we move in with him. And it's like the witch in the woods, right? She traps you, she brings you with the candy.
Yeah.
And then
And
gets-
lots of candy.
Lots of candy.
Lots
and then
of
gets you trapped.
flowers, presents, everything.
And then trap.
Boom.
Trap. Now I think that
Boom.
this is an important thing to talk about, is that it wasn't good and how to get out.
Yeah. So
How long did the relationship last? Well, so the thing is,
a couple years.
a couple years, but not really.
I was stuck.
We were trying, I say you were trying to get out for a long time.
For a year, I was looking for a place to live.
And it's hard when you're living with somebody.
Yeah, because I'm not a liar, you know, and I got to go find a house. It was tough. So
So he went on vacation.
I do want to say this to, especially to women out there. Make sure you can take care of yourself. The reason I could get out as easily as I did, even though it was still difficult, is because I had a job and I had money. And that is the key. Women who, and this is mostly women, I don't know any man who's been stuck. I only know women. We have the women's place, a place for women to go who are being abused. Men seem to be able to handle themselves, but women get trapped. So the key is have a job, be able to take care of yourself, and save your money and have money. So then you have money to get an apartment. You have a job, you have independence. You're not dependent on someone for health insurance. You can carry your own weight. And it really makes a difference. And that's why I was able to get out of that bad situation.
So let's tell the story how we got out.
So I went to visit his kids in Colorado or somewhere, California. I don't know where they were.
He went somewhere.
He went somewhere and
He left us alone. That's the number one mistake.
he left us alone.
Which he never did.
Which he never did. He followed me to the laundry room. He followed me everywhere. He had to watch me do everything, which again is a bad sign.
Yeah.
You don't want that. So
You
anyway,
want that independence.
yeah, it's really important to be able to go to the bathroom by yourself.
Yes.
You know, that's good. Or do your own laundry and, you know, whatever.
Right.
So he went away and I'd already bought a house and it was going to close in a few weeks. And we decided we're just going to get out while he's gone. So we went to a hotel, one of those kind where they have the kitchen and the living room. So it was big enough for the 3 of us.
And our dog.
And our dog.
Oh my God.
Our
But then
second dog died.
while we were moving out, like
Yeah.
that week while he was away,
The day we
our
were going
dog
to move,
died.
the little dog died. I mean, we knew Max. We knew he was sick and we knew he was going to die. But he almost like looked at me and said, "Don't worry, big mommy. I'm going to do it now so you don't have to take me to the hotel." So Max died and then the rest of us went to the hotel for 2 weeks.
that was 2 whole weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, we had
How
Memorial
old was
Day there.
I when all this was going on?
College.
I was in college. I just finished my junior year of college. I was going into senior year.
And Sam was in graduate school.
Mhm.
Oh, Sam had graduated grad school.
He had that year.
Yeah, Sam had just
So Sam was
graduated.
probably 24. I was probably 21.
Well, Sam was only 23 because he graduated college at 21, so 2 years. So he was probably 23.
23.
And you were 3 years younger.
I was 21.
Yeah, you were 21. So that's what we did. And
Yeah.
then 2 weeks later, my house closed and we moved in and we had to go back and get all our stuff.
And he came back from vacation, and Robin said, "We are no longer there."
Well, he kind of knew it when he walked in. Did I tell him before he got there?
He called at the airport, and you said, "What? Just so you know, when you get home, we're not going to be there."
Yeah, I was
And
trying to
But my
lessen the
favorite
shock, but
my
believe me,
favorite
he
thing-
hates me.
Oh,
Okay,
100%.
he hates me.
hates. But my favorite thing from the whole everything is the biggest lesson is when he was so mad at you and yelling at you and said, "What lesson does this teach your kids?" You're so fast. You said how to get out of something. And it did.
Yeah. Someone wants to know what were the red flags you missed? Lots of gifts. That is a big one. If they shower you with gifts, be very careful because they're trying to buy you.
And not letting you do anything by yourself.
Right. Always having to go, like a control thing.
Right.
No, this is not about Mark. We're on
No. This is not about Mark.
Boyfriends
Mark
after
was like,
Mark.
"Do what you want."
Yeah. Mark was super supportive. Do what you want, and I would say to him, "Do what you want."
This
You
is
just
this
do what
is
you want.
boyfriend number 2 post Mark.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
missed, you
that's
missed number 1.
That's called love bombing. We at that time didn't have a term for it. That when Bob was giving you all these gifts and stuff, but that was love bombing.
Yeah, and that's
100%.
not good. It's not good.
100% was love bombing.
Yeah,
So we get out of we get out of that relationship. You get
because
out.
we were all in
We
it
were all in it, and we moved here where we live now. And
for 7 years. We've lived here.
yeah,
I can't believe it. Can you believe it?
no, I can't believe it. And it took you a while to want to date again at all. After
Oh
him.
yeah, it took me a long time to get through that.
It was almost,
And I was in therapy with Dan
right. That's the name of my therapist.
through that. Well, Dan's our therapist from when Mark died. We just held on to him. He's kind of like our man figure.
Yeah, my father figure.
Yes, our father figure. Mine too.
But you took more time after that relationship ended than after Dad died to date.
Yep. And then I really didn't date till now. I
Right.
mean, I had this secret boyfriend, but he was just not really a boyfriend. He was just
Right.
a guy.
And now you have train guy's upstairs.
Yeah, so we gotta be really quiet.
He's upstairs. I hear his footsteps.
Yeah. He's probably listening at the door. Yeah. No, I don't think he is because he doesn't. Yeah, Emma coaches field hockey. I watch field hockey. Because he doesn't even listen to our stuff, so he doesn't care, which I like.
Yes. Yes, we like. So we can say whatever we want.
Yeah, Jordan is trained. Yes. He's here. Yes, because we're going to New York City tomorrow. Don't tell anyone, but if you guys see me, please say hi, and I'll give you a card.
Were you resentful when she first started dating? Me about you?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
still
Oh,
is.
yeah.
She still is. This
Yes.
has not been easy
Yes.
at all. At all. But I think you're kind of understanding it more now.
Now is so different than when I was 14. When I was 14, that was really hard.
Look, admit it. None of the kids in the group wanted their parents to date.
No,
None
but
of them.
and I was
Of course, I was the first one.
and I appreciate
Oh,
your
besides Joey.
right, but I appreciate your honesty. But like I was the only one who thought my parent was dating, So I felt like I was alone in that. I felt like it was a weird situation. Like we'd go around group and everybody would talk about how much they miss their parent, and I would talk about how I hated your boyfriend.
Oh my God. And
I
Joey's son didn't say anything about the women coming in and out of that house.
but I
He
gotta
was
tell you,
embarrassed.
I had the group in stitches every time I would talk about.
Well, yeah, and I bet, you
About
know
it.
what, you guys? I would bet that just spurred Emma on to talk more about the boyfriend because
I
she'd
have to
get the
have
laughs.
stories. I have to have
She'd get the
stories.
laughs and the attention.
It's fun to be a little snarky. You got to keep the boyfriends on their toes, okay?
Oh God,
Okay,
the
so,
poor
last
boyfriends.
week, last week we're at the Jersey Shore, and we're in the candy store.
And you guys have probably seen some of these videos if you watched them
Right.
on TikTok or Instagram.
And we're in the candy store, and I go, oh, I love gummy candy. I do. I love like sour gummy worms and stuff.
And I really don't.
And Terry, the train guy, goes, oh, I hate gummy candy. And I go, something else we don't have in common.
See, this is how she treats them. But at least Train Guy laughs about it. And
Like, I'm not doing it to be serious. It was funny.
yeah, well, he thinks it's funny too. And he's kind of quiet and shy around you guys, but he's really funny.
Okay.
He is. He is. He's just, kind of shy.
Yeah, I could be much worse. I'm nice. I'm just a little.
We're a little bit.
I'm a
we're
little
a little
jabby.
much to handle. The
I'm
whole
a little
family.
jabby.
The whole family probably is a little much to handle. Emma.
Right.
When you throw in your boyfriend and our Jordan and everything, it could be a little overwhelming.
We're a lot. But we're
a lot,
fun.
But we're fun.
But we're fun.
Yes. Just a bit spicy, yeah.
Just a little bit spicy. Just a little bit spicy. Well, everybody, it has been so much fun here in the Robin's Nest with you all. New episodes of the Robin's Nest drops every Friday on YouTube at 10 and on everywhere else where you get podcasts.
Yes, Jordan, you
Before
are the
that-
nicest one. Jordan says she's the nicest.
Yeah, Jordan's the nicest one.
Jordan, you are.
Yeah, because you're fake. New videos on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram all the time. We'll come live with you guys again soon, and we can't wait to talk to you next week in the Robin's Nest.